Hey guys, this is our first session. For those who are following us on YouTube, you realize, for example, that I do have video in French and video in English, just to mean that I'm bilingual. I come from a French-speaking country, now living in an English-speaking country, that make me ideal to use both languages to send message or to share knowledge with my colleague, whether who are back home or who are living here but are only French speakers, while people who are English speakers will be able to follow me on English session or English videos. Today, I just want to introduce a little bit myself. I'm a medical doctor trained in Africa. I'm not practicing right now in Canada, but I do have my experience back in Africa was to support individual with barriers to access to healthcare. And then one of my um, area of interest is communicable diseases such as HIV and hepatitis C. So it's the two component of my postgraduate training. And currently, we have seen, for example, the landscape of people who are at risk of acquiring HIV and Hep C is totally changing when you compare, for example, the risk factors in Africa and this side. There is a difference in terms of how people acquire HIV depending on the environment where you are. In Africa, for example, there is the risk factors, of course, the social determinant of health are impacting both sides. But the way the social determinant of health are impacting these diseases is almost similar. And we have seen, for example, this side as there is a lot of resources, and people are still struggling to access to social and health services that are those that make people vulnerable to acquire or to facilitate the transmission of HIV or any other disease. So look at, for example, and look at underneath what is what is actually leading the risk factors. You see, for example, like poverty is one of the things, and lack of knowledge is one of another thing that compromise uh, the uh, the good quality of health. You see, for example, social isolation, poverty, and all other kind of risk factors are the leading cause. But the culture itself is one of the things. You go in Africa, in Southern Africa, whatever area you go, or go in Latin America or in South Asia, you see, for example, like those are things. But coming this side, for example, people who use drugs are at higher risk of acquiring HIV and Hep C than people who do not use drugs. And this has been seen in terms of negotiating and also using unsafe injection practices. And now, with new strategy of harm reduction or uh, um, client central approach, is making a little bit of changing because many organizations right now are actually advocating for decriminalization of drug use or substance use so that people can come up and seek medical attention, increasing testing in the correctional system as well, increasing testing in the priority population. It is called the micro elimination of Hep C and HIV. So, and that's why you see, for example, the target, the triple 90, has been designed particularly to target the priority population, the hub for transmission of HIV and Hep C, and with ultimate goal to cut the transmission curve of HIV and Hep C. So this was just an introductory message to each and everyone who is going to follow me in English is that I will be having some sessions with regard to my area of contribution to the global health, or it will be more things focused in terms of project management, because it is also one of my area of interest. Feel free to reach out to me and send questions through email or wherever, and then I'll be able to respond and designing good video and teaching materials for, depending on the audience, whether it's academic or professional or local society, could be getting this message. So thank you so much for each and everyone, and please follow me on Twitter, on Facebook, and on YouTube. This is my channel, and you are welcome to follow me. Thank you so much, and have a good day. Bye.